What's up, guys? Welcome to Meesh Guitar. Thank you for joining me here live on YouTube for another live streaming lesson. Today I'm going to be talking about the minor pentatonic scale again and the 5 positions. However, this lesson is going to be more focused on your right hand technique. I will quickly review the 5 positions of the pentatonics as you see behind me here on the screen. However, I'm then going to go back to position 1 and show you some different techniques on how to practice with your right hand, and you can apply these to any pentatonic scale, but we'll focus on position 1 after I do a quick review of all 5 shapes. And what we'll be focused on doing today is groupings of 3, 4, and 5, and what I mean by that is we're going to go up the scale in groupings of 3s, 4s, and 5s. So a quick example before we jump into the beginning of the lesson. Grouping of 3 would be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 3 notes at a time, advancing up the scale. So we'd go. In the same way on the way back down, everything that we do on the way up, we're going to be practicing on the way back down. So we go 1, 2. And we'll get that up to speed. Obviously start slow until you've got all of these patterns down, but it'll start to sound more like this. And then we'll be doing some string skipping exercises as well. We'll be starting on one string, skipping, going back a string, skipping, going back a string, skipping, going back a string, skipping, something like this. And there'll be a couple of variations of that. So that's what we're up for this lesson. If that sounds interested, hit the subscribe button, follow along. There'll also be a replay available on my live section of my YouTube channel. So don't worry about capturing any notes or anything I say. You'll be able to rewatch this over there on YouTube. All right, so let's just jump in with a quick review of all 5 positions. Again, this isn't the focus of the lesson, but anyone that doesn't know all 5 positions of the pentatonic scale, relating to the blues pentatonic, and we won't dive into what notes make it a blues scale versus just a standard pentatonic. Today we'll just learn the 5 positions of the standard pentatonic in the key of A minor, also known as C major, starting on position 1 in the minor position on the 5th fret of the low E string. So let's go ahead and jump in on that. Position 1 is going to, as you'll see in the chart behind me, and I'll move out of the way so you can see these other ones as well. We're going to go 5, 8, 5, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. The way back down. Second position, we're going to start on the 8th fret of the low E string, and it's going to go 8, 10. Well, I'll just do it. 8, 10, 7, 10, 7, 10, 7, 10. Oop. 7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 10. I'll move out of the way here too. And probably not that helpful for me to be speaking out the fret numbers, so I'm going to just play through it. Position 3, you're going to start on the 10th fret. I'll just play through it here. Position 4, it can be played on the 12th fret or in the open position. I'll play both ways. First in the 12th fret position. Make sure my guitar is not in the way here so you can read position 4. Position 5, let me scoot over again so you can see position 5 here. Starting on the, well, we could play it on the 15th fret or the 3rd fret, but I just noticed that I didn't play the open position of position 4. So that can also be played in the open position, which would go 0, 3, 0, 3, 0, 2, 0, 2, 1, 3, 0, 3. to position 5 now. I'll show you here in the lower position on the 3rd fret of the low E string. And if you were to play that an octave up on the 15th fret, it would look like this. One piece of advice I'll give you as far as technique on which fingers you should use. Use all 4 of your fingers on your left hand. If you have a 4-fret span, you should be using all 4 fingers. For example, if you're going from 5 to 8, you should be using your first finger and your pinky. A lot of players will stretch their ring finger, and sometimes, you know, even Django Reinhardt style, playing with their just 2 fingers, which might be a good exercise just for the sake of doing it. But in practice, you should be incorporating your pinky. It'll make you a more efficient player and faster. Okay, so now that we've reviewed all 5 shapes of the minor pentatonic, I'm going to jump back to just position 1, which you can see, sorry, back here, position 1. Position 1, if I could point to it, right here. This is the shape we're going to be focused on for the remainder of this lesson, because I just want to show you the different patterns you can use on one shape, and then you can then apply that to any pentatonic shape. So the first one we're going to do is, again, just going up and down the scale directly, is just practice going up and down the scale in a fluid manner, and that's the number 1 lesson. Before you can even go, jump onto these other techniques, make sure you can just go up and down the scale. So let's just go ahead and do that a few times. Now, you want to utilize alternate picking, and this is going to come in handy, especially when we start going onto the different groupings. If you're doing all downstrokes, it's going to be very difficult to do this string skipping and other techniques. So you want to get used to alternate picking. A quick sidebar on practicing alternate picking: the easiest way is the chromatic scale. The simplest version of the chromatic scale is not the true chromatic. It's just going 4 frets in a row up the strings. And so if you need to practice that a little bit to get your alternate picking up to speed first, you can also do that on the 5th fret, the same position as the A minor pentatonic, and just simply go 5, 6, 7, 8, then move up a string, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8, all the way up to the high E string, and then just come back down. So once you're warmed up, we can move on to the first grouping, which is doing groupings of 3s. So going up the minor pentatonic scale in groupings of 3. Again, you can do this with any of the shapes. I'm going to demonstrate on position 1 only. So we're going to start with groupings of 3. So we're going to start the scale, the first 3 notes, 5, 8, 5, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go back 1 note and do 3 more notes. Back 1 note and do 3 more notes. Back 1 note, 3 more notes. And so let me just call out, would be 5, 8, 5 on the next string, back to the 8, then 5, 7 on the next string, and continue that pattern. So we're going 1, 2, 3. Now, if anyone is interested in me diving a little deeper and doing a full edited video with tabs and close-ups and diagrams on the screen of this, I'm happy to do that. Just drop it in the comment below and let me know if that would be helpful for you. The best I can do right now is I can zoom in on my hand, and I'm going to do that again, the first grouping of 3. So let me just zoom my camera up as much as I can here. And I'm just going to slowly show you what I'm doing here. So we have... So the first is 5, 8, 5, do that right in reverse on the way back down. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I may be blocking position 1, sorry, position 1 here, which is what I'm using. So position 1 again, I'm just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back down the shape. And so once you get that up to speed, it might look something like this. And now I will zoom back out so you can see my right hand as well when I'm doing this. I continually keep alternate picking going throughout. So that was the groupings of 3. Now we're going to do groupings of 4 with the exact same concept, except we're adding a note before we go back to the previous note up the scale. So we have 5, 8, 5, 7, then we'll do 8, 5, 7, 5. Definitely not even. The opposite of what I preached that you should practice at. But in my mind, I'm trying to play it in a way where you can follow along and not go too fast here. But typically, you want to practice these all to a metronome very slow and very evenly. So I'll go through groupings of 4 again, very slowly. Again, you can watch both left and right hand. If it would be helpful, again, I can do a video where I can do better close-ups and edit and provide tabs so it's more clear. But here we go, groupings of 4. Small mistake in there, but that's the beauty of being live. So you're going to have some mistakes in here. It's not going to be perfect. But my intention is to just demonstrate the technique so that you can practice it perfectly. Go as slow as you need to practice it perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll notice I did incorporate my other finger when doing the groupings of 4, because it does make it a little easier if you use your second finger to plant when you go back up for the next grouping of 4. You can also just bar your finger over. So when you have to do that jump back down here, you can just roll your finger to it. I have fairly small fingers, so sometimes it's easier for me to just fret it with my other finger. So once you get groupings of 4 down, and again, I recommend practicing it in all of the positions, not just position 1, but all 5 positions that are behind me here. I do another video on all 5 positions, both in my edited videos, and I've done lives on this as well. So if you are interested in reviewing those, go check out my page at Meesh Guitar on YouTube. Okay, the one that everyone's been waiting for, the groupings of 5. The groupings of 5 tend to be the most desirable. They're what guitarists aspire to get to with pentatonics, because then you start to enter into Eric Johnson's territory. and Eric Johnson. His biggest, most popular guitar anthem is Cliffs of Dover, and I don't want to play it just because I don't want a copyright strike. I mean, I can't play the whole song. I could play a few riffs from the song, but he does a lot of groupings of 5 through the pentatonic scales in that. And just like we have done, we did groupings of 3, we've done groupings of 4. Now we're going to do groupings of 5. After we do groupings of 5, I am going to be jumping into some string skipping exercises as well, so stick around for that. But let's get on to groupings of 5. And again, we're just in position 1 here, A minor pentatonic. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, we're just doing groupings of 5, up and down. Okay, got carried away there. Groupings of 5. It is a little awkward at first, and even I made some mistakes there, not admitting to be able to play these perfectly, especially live, but that's how you want to practice them and get it even so that you can start to feel the rhythm of the 5s, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, 5s do have sort of a feel of triplets. They've got a rocking feel. The cadence is just a little longer, but if you can start to feel where that rocking 5 is, it'll start to feel more natural. Kind of like with triplets, like. Getting off track. So anyway, let's recap real quick. We have up and down the scale. We have groupings of 3. We have groupings of 4. Groupings of 5. Okay, so we've covered the different groupings all the way up to singles, triplets, 4s, and 5s. Now, the last 2 exercises I'm going to show you are string skipping. So we're going through the pattern of the scale, as we've learned it, position 1. and we're going to just skip a string and then go back to the previous string. Skip a string, go back to the previous string. So we have jumped in sort of the second part of that, but the first part is just simple string skipping. So that's the first exercise. We're just simply skipping a string, going back. So if we start low E, skip to the D string, go back to A, skip to the G string, back to D, skip to the B string, go back to G, skip to the high E string, and that's the same thing in reverse on the way back down. From E to G, from B to D, from G to A, from D to E. Okay. So the last part of that is to pivot on the second string and go back down. So instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's going to be sort of a grouping of 6 to be honest. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do the same thing. So I guess in theory this would be your grouping of 6 in a way. If you want to practice a grouping of 6, that's a little more interesting. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Let me break that down a little more clearly. So what we're doing there is we're going 5, 8 on the low E. So we have 5, 8. We're going to skip to the D string, play 5, 7. Then we're going to go back to 5, and then back to the A string now, the previous string. We're going to play 7, and now we're going to start our run again, now on the A string. So you're kind of adding a little riff on it. Let me do that again slowly. Maybe I'll try to zoom in a little bit with the camera here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got, here we go. Down. Sorry, it's struggling to focus properly. So here on the way back down, same thing. Okay, let's go back. Zoom back out there for a minute. I know it's a little rough here doing the manual zoom, but hopefully that was a little bit helpful. So again, we have the straightforward string skipping. And then we have the string skipping where we're adding a little riff on the end to pivot back to the previous string, which makes it a 6-note grouping. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to show today in the lesson, the 5 positions of the minor pentatonic scale. Keep in mind that all of the patterns I've shown you today can be applied to any pentatonic scale. All of these shapes, as well as all pentatonic scales, which most people, especially in America here, only really know this pentatonic scale. But if you do a little research on exotic scales all over the world, there are lots of pentatonic scales that originate from Asia that are absolutely beautiful. You hear them in Japanese and Chinese and all kinds of ancient music. They take advantage of pentatonic scales that are not the ones you're used to, things that sound more like this. And I should probably do another lesson that's on the more exotic sounding pentatonics, but they're really cool. Marty Friedman, actually, check out Marty Friedman. He utilizes them extensively. So if you check out some of his solo work, not so much on what he did in Megadeth. And for the record, I think Marty Friedman was the best guitarist Megadeth ever had. Not just for the riffs, but like the songwriting when he was there was in my opinion, the best it ever was. But his solo work, Marty Friedman's solo work, takes advantage of all kinds of exotic pentatonics, and he does these types of groupings as well. But anyway, I hope this lesson was helpful for you guys. If you are interested in a free discovery call with me, check out my website, meeshproductions.com/lessons. I do offer a free guitar chat, and I can maybe point you in the right direction if you're struggling to figure out what your next move on guitar should be, if you're just getting started, have beginner questions, or if you are looking to work with an instructor. I do offer private lessons as well, also available on my website there. So thank you for hanging out with me today, YouTube. I appreciate it. Check the live replay. This will be up there for a while if you want to check out the lesson again. And if you'd like me to do a more formal, highly edited, polished video that's got the diagrams and the tabs, let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to do that as well. That's it for today. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will catch you on